Pablo Zabaleta. Here we are with the man himself, the legend that is Mr. Pablo Zabaleta. What a pleasure. How are you, sir?
Thank you. I'm very well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
How is it coming back 10 years later?
Man, well, you can see I lost all my hair. Life's been tough after 2 years. No, but listen, it's great to be back, seriously, and see all the ex-teammates, some of the people who are still working at the club, see the Man City fans, and also to enjoy that special moment. It's been 10 years of a moment that it was, special for everyone at the club. So, yeah, we're really enjoying it.
Is there anyone here today that you've not seen in years that you're just reconnecting with and catching up?
Well, you can see half of the squad from that season. Obviously, some of them, they couldn't make it because they're still playing. That made me feel old. But no, apart from that, good to see everyone. And today when we were watching some of the clips of that game, it brings you a lot of memories. Yeah. And, everyone was very emotional as well. So that's nice to see from everyone.
Been wondering, because we all know that the season climax with one of the most iconic moments in world football.
Absolutely.
But during that season, are there any moments for you that maybe, that no one might know about, or that you always pinpoint and go, oh, that was a special memory or a special game?
Well, of course, when we beat Man United 6-1, that's one of the greatest games that you can really see from that season. I wasn't playing, I was on the bench, but believe me, that was one of the greatest games to watch from the bench.
Wow.
Because you could really see that the team was playing really good, and even the Man United fans, they couldn't believe what they were saying, and it was special. But then also, last game against QPR is something that's we were like 7 points behind Man United. At some point, when we lost to Arsenal, everyone thought we are finished, we had no chance. But we just kept living, and that was something that's, for all of us, made feel very proud, because we knew that that would give us a chance, and obviously we took it very well.
Yeah.
I mean, this morning they unveiled the new Sergio Aguero statue outside of the Etihad. I mean, he's so deserving of it. And what memories do you have of him as a player and playing with him?
Well, I will never forget when someone from the club came to me saying, we want to buy Sergio Aguero. What do you think? Because you play with him on the 20 in the national team, and also you play against him when he goes to Atletico Madrid. And I said, listen, he's a wonderful player. He's one of them that hopefully we can bring into the club, because he would make the difference for us. He's a finisher. He's a lovely lad. I don't know if we'll learn English very quickly, but but at least we need a player who can score goals for the team, and it was great when he first came to the club and made that debut against Swansea. Scored a goal. Everyone thought, wow, yeah, he's the player that is going to make the difference for us. And 10 years later, he got a statue outside of the Etihad. Top scorer for many seasons in a row. So Argentinian as well. So made me feel obviously very proud. He's such a nice lad. We spent a lot of time together when we were in Manchester, so he absolutely deserved it.
Were you thinking in the QPR game, getting that first goal, were you going, this is me now, get the statue outside?
Yeah, we were laughing about it today. Yeah, of course, at half-time I thought, wow, I can be the hero of today. That was my only goal that season.
It was, yeah.
So I thought, wow, it would be could be nice. The game finished 1-0. Everyone will remember Zabaleta's goal. But 20 minutes later, we're losing 2-1, and I thought, wow, that goal is not going to be important. We just need 2 more goals, and it was incredible in the way we did it. Last 5 minutes of the game, when Eddie Seco scored the equalizer. And then Sergio, he needed to be Sergio at that moment, at the right time, at the right place, and the right guy, of course. If that was me in front of the goal after 93 minutes, believe me, we should have won that game. But thankfully it was goal, and today Sergio even was saying that he could try to hit to the second post, but well, at the end of the day, it was at the back of the net. It was goal. Gave us the title.
History. That's it.
Yeah, I said, don't talk about this anymore. It was goal. Simple as that.
I wondered, Pablo, because the connection the City fans have with you is there for you. I mean, I hope you still feel it now, and you always speak so highly of the club and your time here. What was it about City and the fans that kind of captured you, you know, because you still now speak to this day of your love for us?
Well, I came, you know, in 2008 before the new owners came into the club, and I'm one of the few guys that probably I saw the whole transformation of the club. Saw the old training ground at Carrington. When you look at the new CFA, the new training ground as well, look at how Man City was like 12 years ago, and what we are now as a club is something amazing. And that's why, for me at that moment, I thought, I know big players were coming into the club, but I want to have, that is a personal challenge for all of us to show that we want to be part of this football club. I want to have a success here. I want to win trophies. So, you know, it's been 9 years at the club. I will never forget the day I left that last game at home against West Bromwich, when they all the fans stayed after the game, and they gave me a really good farewell. And it was, that's those moments when you realize how you know, how good it was to be a Man City player. Always gave my best for the team. I just wanted to make this club better, and you know, being part of the team that we have today, and see the fans again, see some of the people who's been working since I was from the beginning, is something that for all of us is such a nice thing.
Definitely. And moving forward now to our present team, they've got a game against your former team, West Ham.
Yeah, Sunday.
How tough an opponent?
West Ham doing well this season.
Very well.
Doing well. It's not going to be easy, of course. It's a Man Noble final game for West Ham, so it could be something emotional moment for them as well. But if you look at the team, how they've been playing last 2 games against Newcastle and Wolverhampton, you know, I'm sure that they will get the 3 points. It's good to see the lads how they responded, you know, mentally after the Real Madrid defeat, because it was really hard for everyone, for sure. But great to see the fans when they went to Newcastle game, and they showed really, you know, big support right behind the team. That's something that's made this club special, and that's why hopefully, you know, they can win the next game, and then with Aston Villa that we have a chance again to hopefully win it and celebrate the Premier League, which is something amazing. You know, 4 Premier League out of 5 years is huge. We need to give a lot of credit to the players, to Pep, to everyone. Is amazing. So let's go London first on Sunday, put in a good performance, beat West Ham, and then see what we can do last game of the season.
Beautiful. Well, listen, it's a special time, but you have made the club very special. And as a fan,
okay.
I think I speak for us all to say you embodied and captured the spirit of a player, I think, that we all love, and I think that's why we always connected with you as fans. And thank you for everything you've done, Pablo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again.
Wow, what a legend Zaba is. And it was such an incredible moment, hearing how special City was to him and those memories.
Yeah, you can feel it when you hear someone speak. And Els, I thought I couldn't love that man any more than I did. And after meeting him, I love him even more. Now listen, we've been getting inundated with your messages and tweets telling us about your memories of that infamous game, but of the season as a whole. And of course, we're also celebrating the release of a brand new documentary, 9320. If you go to mancity.com/9320, you can catch it there, but not just that. You can enter a competition and have the chance to win one of those exclusive limited edition Aguero shirts that have been bought out in celebration of this iconic moment, so well worth getting involved with.
Yes, well, we got some responses now.
Yeah.
Shout out to Charlie Everett, who said, it was a day of mixed emotions. You couldn't script what happened, which is true. An unforgettable moment that will go down as one of the greatest moments in Premier League history.
I agree. Got to second it. What about this one from DJ Elliot Carter? My favourite memory of 9320 is when my dad punched our TV out of pure joy.
Wow, and we've actually had a picture. Chris Garlick has sent a photo of him in the actual crowd at the game. That's amazing.
Mega. And we're going to be sharing all them on Manchester City's Twitter as well in just a little bit. And Blanco's also WhatsApped us to say, all I have to say is thank you to Sergio. Well, hopefully we'll be saying thank you in just a little bit.
Yeah, and unfortunately, someone that couldn't be here today was our captain at the time, the one and only Vincent Kompany, and we've got some footage of him right now.
And now we've got 3 games left, probably the biggest Manchester derby there's ever been. What was training like that week? What was the belief in the camp? Do you just feel that everything's going our way?
That derby was special, especially in the build-up. We knew it had been rescheduled, which put the game actually later in the season. And where it was positioned in the season as well was a moment where there was no other fixture. There was no European fixtures, no cup fixtures, no other league games. It seemed to be like this was the only game on that day in the world. And so we knew a little bit about the figures also for this game. You know, the amount of people that were due to watch this game, hundreds of millions of people across the world. And obviously some to support who was at that time the giant, and other ones to see an upset because they knew how crucial this game was. The fact that it was a derby then just multiplied it. Everything that was already important about this game. But then you try and create a bubble. I remember in the lead up to the game, going to Carrington, I think it was, yeah, Carrington still at the time. And obviously, you know, we're on the same road, United and City. And depending on who you would drive past, you know, you got whatever, like a van driving past, and you see these United fans, and they're saying what they think, which is usually not too nice. And then, you know, you got your City fans that you see, you know, in town and wherever, and you know, it was that big, such an important game. Also, Sir Alex Ferguson before saying that, you know, never in his lifetime City would win the league. So I think the blue side felt like, look, this is the chance, this is the moment, and I could feel the city really being vibrant at that time. Anywhere you would go, that was the only thing that mattered. Yeah.
End of the first half, the corner. I mean, at what point did you realise you were going to get it, and at what point did you realise it was going in?
I knew when we had the corner. I always liked the deliveries from David, because I think now corners have changed, but the way they were hitting corners back in the days, they were starting to put swerves onto corners, and you know, so you never know whether the ball's going to hit you in the nose or whether it's going to, you know, you don't know because these balls are moving that fast, and they were hitting them like free kicks, which I really didn't like. But David had this, it was just a nice curve, and the ball was very predictable where it was going to land, and all you had to do is attack it and be more aggressive than whoever you were facing. And yeah, so I enjoyed when David was hitting them, and a few times when I got on the end of it, you know, he was obviously the set piece taker, the corner taker. And yeah, I just wanted it more, I guess.
Balotelli, Aguero!
My night just keeps getting better and better, because stood next to me now are two absolute bruisers, and my goodness did I enjoy watching them on the football pitch. Nigel de Jong and Gabriel Jesus. Welcome back to Manchester. How are we both feeling? Are we all right?
I'm feeling fantastic. How can you not? Look at the environment that we are in right now. The event that we are in right now. 2,000 fans coming in here as well, just to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of our epic moment in 2012 on this day. So it couldn't be better. So I'm delighted to be here, to be honest.
Gail, we heard from our documentary team that you spoke. You know, you look very fondly back on your time in Manchester as some of your favourite years of your career. What is it like being back in Manchester, and do you miss it still?
Yeah, I do miss it. And to be fair, you know, it's been 10 years, but every year we keep on talking all together. We have to get together.
Yeah.
So every year we're saying we have to get together. Obviously, Corona came in and everything. So for us to be here, we arrived yesterday, some of us, and it's just brilliant. You know, it's just about smiling, joking, sharing memories. Nigel will throw something that I couldn't remember, and then that's it.
And vice versa.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So. Thank you for having us, and hopefully we have a great time. You know?
Oh.
I mean, as you said, you've been reconnecting today. Is there any interesting stories from today that you can share with us?
Interesting stories.
There's a lot.
I know there's a lot of
Yeah.
Keep it PC.
Some that we cannot share.
Some of the stuff
Yeah.
we cannot share, I have to be honest. But no, it's just the togetherness. You know what Gail has said as well. It's just people don't understand like how tight this group was and still is 10 years later, because we started a trend obviously in winning the trophies that till this day is still reflecting in what we see today in Man City. But it's just the togetherness, you know, everybody comes from different cultures, different kind of backgrounds and stuff like that, and we just connected in a way that you don't really see that anymore, at least that you know, if I've been in different dressing rooms, but that dressing room was second to none. And you know, also today, as soon as we see each other, it's on. It's like we never left.
Yeah.
And I think that is the key as well. Like in the success that we had as a team, it was really the togetherness and the strongness of that dressing room.
But you know, you talk about stories, but for me, we were talking with Nigel. That season we went on tour pre-season in Los Angeles, and for me, coming from Arsenal, you know, 8 years of going to Austria was a massive change, and I kind of learned how to play football a different way. And this guy just took me, and after maybe 5 days, I knew I was going to a place. I signed for a place where we were going up, and for me that year, I can only compare that season, that team, that togetherness with the team who won the title with Arsenal without losing a game. You know, the invincible.
I have to say, Los Angeles is a great place.
Yeah.
To bond, I have to say. So, it was a great preseason.
There's a lot of story over there.
We cannot share.
Off camera.
Yeah.
I'm curious, you know, because a lot of people forget, and we mentioned at the start of the show, we were 8 points behind United at one point.
Yeah.
Did the doubt ever creep in for you guys, or did you always still hold that belief? I know you had the togetherness, but you know, 8 points, not long to go. Did you just kind of think it had gone?
Do you remember what Roberto said, Mancini?
Yeah.
He took us inside in the dressing room and said, guys, I'm going to go outside in the press and I'm going to say it's finished.
Yeah.
We've lost it, but it's not true. So we keep going. We're going to do it, but outside we're going to say, I remember that moment clearly because it was like, okay, within, we know we can do something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So obviously 8 points is a big gap, but we always believed that we were going, I mean, that's how I feel, you know.
No, he wanted to push the pressure away from us. He wanted to just keep the pressure on United, because now he's saying the title is done. Obviously, everybody looking at United, saying, okay, they're the ones now, the favourites to win it. So he wanted to push that pressure away from us. But also, of course, inside of the dressing room, we had loads of games still to play for. Hope was always there.
Yeah.
But you have to have the hope to believe at the end of the day. So, you know, towards when you nicking 2 points there, a point there, and then obviously you can think by yourself, and also as a team, hey, there is a possibility we can still become a champion. So the belief you always need to have, but it was not easy. I must admit.
Definitely not. And you could both say that you're unsung heroes.
Oh, here he is.
What is happening?
Look at this. He just comes strolling in.
Tell you what.
This is without a cue. Without a cue, just comes in strolling. Without a mic.
No, it's fine.
No.
He just comes.
You can join the quiz.
Yeah.
Listen, I haven't seen these guys for how long, so I'm just coming to enjoy it. I want to hear what they're saying.
What is the reunion like, Joe?
See.
Have fun.
What he was missing out. Listen, we just say, what's it like? Listen, like there'll be that voice note in WhatsApp that comes through, and you're just like, yeah, man. Like I can say it now. when we did the Liverpool game, so me and Nigel did some stuff. Literally, I come off and Nigel put it on his social. And I got a text from James Milner to say, like, yeah, I missed that. You know what I mean? So I was like, that's a genuine friendship that we've all got. We've all got like a bond that it can't be broken.
So this WhatsApp group, I mean, because
no, it's just been formed now.
Going strong?
No, it's just been formed now. It won't get deleted now.
You know, what information are you trying to get?
Yeah, well,
PG. PG.
I want to see the media camera roll already. That's what I want to see.
But this is what we're trying to say, right? This is what we're trying to say.
Yeah, keep it clean, Nigel.
No, I keep everything clean. Don't say nothing stupid right now. Did I say anything stupid? No. Okay, can you just hush? You're breaking up an interview. We were trying to have a serious conversation here. And I try to have a conversation.
Go on, nice. We apologize.
Try to interrupt. We're not live. Anyway, yeah, we are. Yeah.
So we can swear. No, capture.
So what I try to say is the bond, what he intends as well. This is exactly what we meant. You know, to get togetherness that we have in this team. You know, it doesn't matter if you don't see each other for 10 years, 5 years. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Once you meet each other, it is back to the back on how it was before.
Well, then just how important was that bond in what ended up as winning the title? Do you think that was the thing that kind of drove you through?
Yeah, definitely. I think I've said many times about the LA trip that we had, and it was just carnage. No, it was in terms of bringing everyone together.
You say now, don't say anything stupid, and you're just blasting it.
What did he say?
Los Angeles.
That is the foundations of our title.
I'm trying to say.
You gotta articulate a little bit better, mate.
No. The foundations of that title was like the pre-season tour, especially for Gayle. Like Gayle was coming from Arsenal, where he wasn't allowed to have ketchup, like seriously, or Coke, and we're under the influence. Let's just say that. We're under the influence, so he's like, a little, probably more. This is the to be fair, I can tell this story, Nigel. So pre-season, you get fit, and your best shape of the season is pre-season. Yeah. Nigel put weight on. We was going to In-N-Out Burger every day.
How many kilos did he put?
5 kilos.
Wow.
20 nuggets every week.
Serious right now?
Am I lying?
Are you lying?
Me?
No, he's not lying.
Is he lying?
No.
He is lying. Wow. Putting me on blast today? About 20 chicken nuggets and 5 kg. Really, Jolien? Really, yeah.
But that's the things like.
Well, anyway, we had a great pre-season. Let me just say that. Yeah. And it laid the foundation of the success we had in 2012.
Here's a random one for you.
Correct? No.
Yeah.
See, fans don't want to hear that.
This is what you know what I mean. He's trying to ask some questions.
I'm just curious. I mean,
Nigel doesn't get stressed.
Oh
wow. Yeah. You say stressed, we say guilty.
Guilty of what?
Listen, I've seen you all put in some bruising tackles in that season. Who would you say was the toughest tackler out of you all?
These two. No, it's not me and Gal didn't do that.
Yeah.
These two.
Yeah.
No. He was reckless.
Nah, man, these two.
Final. He's still in a lot of chest.
Welcome, Dad. You get it right. Welcome, Micah. Welcome, fighter.
So Champions League fan.
Yeah. No.
Subject.
Really sore.
These two, to be fair, when I first arrived and I seen these two and Vinny tackled in training, I was like, that can't be maintainable. That's not serious. But they used to go in. So, out of them two, 50-50.
No, I'll give it to Nigel.
Give it to Nigel.
Yeah. Nigel.
Yes.
And but the way we're talking about it was the art, though. It weren't just like reckless. You know what I mean? He was skilled. It was a technique. There was a technique to it.
There was one time when clinched, I tackled you in training.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It wouldn't speak to me for 2 weeks.
I remember that. I remember that. Yeah.
How can you train like this? This is stupid, man.
I remember you done me. Remember you done my ankle, and I was out for the Chelsea.
Yes, I remember that.
He tackled me, and he had the ball. He had the ball, and he tackled me.
Okay, so he was reckless.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, clumsy. He was big.
Big and stupid. Yeah.
Nah, Nigel was serious with it. If it was a 50-50, I'm backing out.
Yeah.
Every time. Yeah, I would as well, to be
Right, who is the unsung hero of the squad then?
Gareth Barry.
Yeah, mate.
Nice.
Clinched.
Yeah, Gareth.
Invincible team.
Yeah.
You come to the Man City team and just stepped in. You know, like you melt through butter.
Hand out of my face.
Sorry.
Oh, protect time.
No, on a serious note, I mean,
No, guys.
no, I would say Milner, Gareth Barry, and Clichy.
Edin Dzeko as well, man. I got to give Edin a shout, man. Edin was serious with his Edin was serious with it, man. Edin was serious with it.
Watch his highlight reel at times.
Yeah, Edin was serious with it.
Phenomenal. Everyone speaks obviously about the iconic Aguero moment. Are there any other standout moments throughout the season that maybe you want to shine a light on that? You know,
my goal at Aston Villa was nice, you know. It was important, right?
What about the 6-1 though?
Yeah, the 6-1. I remember that.
I've mentioned it before, you know
what I mean? I mentioned that. I've mentioned that multiple. You know I've mentioned that, to be fair. These two.
First assist again.
Hello, whip it, come on, whip that one on a silver plate.
The 6-1 was fun. This guy, he ain't even got a mic.
I know, you can hear me though. Look at him.
I think you deserve a statue for that.
No.
Don't you think?
I think we all deserve statues.
Yeah, I think
we all play the part.
Individual, it's the
statue right now. Yeah.
Wait, if you all pose as a statue, right?
Oh yes, okay, let me go.
Oh, that's a prison pose, Mike. That's a prison pose.
No.
Yeah, that's stand up. It's like.
What was the pose? Poser?
Are you modeling or what?
We ain't doing time. Send a life sentence.
I mean, it is because you all have now got a life sentence to City for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that was before. That was like literally, as I said, the guy said it earlier. Like the bond is crazy. Like we've played at, well, probably not Micah, but we've played at clubs longer than we've played here, and it doesn't feel the same. You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
It's a beauty. And we have to have a final word. Roberto Mancini. To play under him.
You have to talk to his favourite team.
Teachers.
Yeah. What?
Hello.
Go on.
Micah Mancini at one point.
Mancini was he was the best. You know why? Because he managed to get all our personalities and able us to perform on the weekend. Like, if you talk to the players, they'll probably say he wasn't the nicest of people when he was in the changing room, but he got the best out of us to bring home the Premier League after so many years.
Don't forget about their fake.
100%.
Yeah, of course,
100%
was special.
Yeah.
But 38 games in the Premier League, to do that with so many big egos in our dressing room, it was amazing.
Yeah. Whether it was design or default, he did what we needed to do, and listen, he's part of it, and we've got to respect everyone that played a part, and he was there.
I'm going to hand over to, but I've said I had to do this to myself because I've been a lifelong Blue, and it's not every time you get to like meet your heroes, you know. Right. And I speak, I think, on behalf of all City fans. I think what you've done for us all and what you sparked, genuinely thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Okay,
It's your greatest footballing memories.
Team or this team?
Put him on the spot.
No, it probably has to be used. I mean, that captured everything about it. No, it does have to be used.
See in your eyes.
It has to be used, man. I never thought I'd see that. I had my granddad and my dad and everyone being like, "Go on, we used to." I saw us go through seasons and we didn't score a goal half the season.
He was involved. So Michael was involved then.
Yes, sir. Well, no, honestly, no.
We weren't there.
You changed it. You changed it. But honestly, I genuinely love you all. I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm part of the squad.
Well, thank you guys for joining us, and let's hear from the man himself, Roberto Mancini, on the Manchester derby.
Rooney goal was enough for the 3 points. Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero!
Another huge night was when we beat Manchester United at home with Vincent Kompany's header. That night, United were very defensive. Do you think that showed how much they respected your Manchester City team and the work that you had done? Because previous United teams just used to attack, but this time they were sat back. Was it interesting, though?
Yeah, I think that we played many games in that year against United, and every game was really difficult for them, also if they were maybe better as a team. But every year we improved, and I think that the game that we played at Old Trafford, 6-1, I think we gave us a big strength for that championship, and also for them was really difficult to play against us because we played a different football. We were aggressive. We have the ball 70% of the match, and I think we deserve to win that game and probably to win the championship.
Vincent Kompany's header, an iconic moment, and from a player who was so good. I mean, how would you describe Vincent's contribution when you were there?
Okay, when I arrived to City 2009, Vincent sometimes played like midfielder, sometimes were in the bench. But I knew Vincent from many years before because I followed him when he was a young player, and I always thought that was a fantastic defender, and for us was a very important player, very important man in the dressing room, and also he scored an important goal against United.
So when you came, you just knew he was going to play at centre-back, not midfield? You were just
No, okay. His quality, sometimes maybe with this quality could play also like a midfielder, but we had many midfielders, but I thought that Vincent was really good central defender. I think one of the best, probably.
That night against United, there was a lot of tension inside the Etihad. It was one of the first games that was just horrible from start to finish because everyone was so nervous. What was the celebrations in the dressing room? What were the players like after the game?
Yeah, we celebrated after. It's normal, because we were on the top after many weeks, and in that moment we have everything in our hands, because after we beat them in Etihad, we had a big chance to win. And for this reason we celebrate, but we knew that, okay guys, we have other difficult games from now to the end of the championship, and we need to have a concentration because it's very important.
Balotelli, Aguero!
Boy band's still here. They're not going anywhere because it's quiz time, all right? 6 questions.
Okay.
And what we're doing, you're going to have a team of... We're going to have Jordan and Gale.
Left side, front side.
Where's the bruisers?
Yes.
I was actually just saying, I just sub myself.
Don't do it.
Could I have it now?
Don't do it, Cal. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
Okay. We're going to come to you first.
Nigel, concentrate.
Question number 1. How many players can you name that joined the club that season?
How many players that season? Aguero.
1. 2.
That season, you should know because you come. Let me see.
Okay, Savic, Aguero, Pizarro.
It's 3.
Lovely. Come on, Nigel.
We've got more. Is it time?
4.
4, yeah, go, Gale.
Come on, Nigel. Can we go? Surely there's a time limit. Surely there's a time limit.
Time. Can you add to that?
What? How many's done?
4.
Did they mention Hargreaves? They didn't mention Hargreaves.
Hargreaves, boom.
Yeah, they mentioned that.
Yeah, 2 more.
Yeah,
There's actually 2 more.
Yeah,
Maybe not number 2.
Pizarro. You didn't.
Or even say.
Yeah. Okay, I was just saying. So, Contilman. No. Yeah.
Contilman, boom. To level it to make it a point each.
Point each. This is their question. This is their question. So what is it? So, who they said? Wait there. Who they said? Wait there. Samir Gale. Sergio.
Yeah.
Samir.
It was Samir.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Samir, who they said?
We've only said 5.
I couldn't hear because I couldn't hear. Wait there.
This is kind of...
Point each.
No, wait.
Each.
Okay, so that was our question. That was our question. Point each.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I love it.
Nah, this is serious.
Point each.
This is serious. But now it's our question.
Here we go.
That was our question.
Right.
Get out my face, Nigel.
Make it hard.
Are we ready?
Make it hard, please.
Micah scored his last goal for City in that campaign. But who was it against?
Why are you whispering? I can hear you. I didn't even...
Do you know the answer?
No.
Okay.
Was he away?
Hey?
Was he away?
Can't have a clue.
Because I think we've debated Was it a cold Tuesday night at a certain place? Was it Potters by any chance? Go on. What did you say?
He's doubting himself.
We're gonna say.
I need an answer.
There's a time limit on this.
Stoke.
Yeah.
We're gonna say Stoke.
Are you looking at Stoke?
Incorrect.
Can you nick the point? Can you nick the point?
I don't even know. This guy.
Did you not?
Okay. My last goal.
I think I know now. I think I know. Have you got where he was?
Hey, was it in the cup?
I got no
Prem-
context.
No, there's no clues. Like,
Premier League?
Oh, it's
just,
the Premier
I
League.
know them. Yeah. I don't even want to help you.
At City, obviously.
There's 4-6. Last Premier League game for City that you scored him. Last Premier League goal for City.
Really needs.
Gonna need to push you for an answer.
Right, in 5.
Time, man. Time. It's done. Wolves.
You gonna say
not
Wolves?
Incorrect.
Who was it?
Do you want the answer?
Blackburn.
Wait. You guys.
No, it's done.
Say Blackburn.
Yeah. No, it's done now. It's done.
It was Newcastle.
Is that when you went? Did you go
Newcastle.
Did you go to Mancini after that? Celebrate. Remember? Is that the one?
No, that wasn't the one.
That was the one.
Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yeah, go on. It's
Okay.
there.
Now, back to you. Jolie Lescott and Vincent Kompany played 31 Premier League games that season. Can you name the 4 outfield players who made more appearances?
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Boom.
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 Boom. Joe Hart.
Gary Barry.
Not
So he's in his outfield.
Outfield. Oh, right. Done. Yeah. He said 4 outfield, so that's done.
Great walk, though.
What did you say? Don't give him no clues.
Gareth Barry. 3.
One more.
So 3.
Gary Barry, you said.
Who you say?
No, don't help him.
They switch a lot between the Champions League and the league. No, he's talking about Premier League.
Premier League.
Who that is? Listen, they can't go through the squad. Surely this is the last guess.
Yeah.
They can have one more guess and then
And
they'll
then
come
that's
back.
3. So then we get 3
Who we got?
as well.
Yeah.
Gareth.
Yaya 32. David Silva 36. Gareth Barry 34.
Milner played a lot that season. How many?
You got one more to get.
Appearances or starts?
Appearances.
It's not me or Zaba. I played 30. No, I played 29 last year.
Knows his appearances, but not his last goal for City.
I know there were people trying to say, "Oh, you didn't play Premier League."
He wasn't another goal. He wasn't another goal bonus. Appearance bonus though.
Gonna need an
my
answer.
God. Wow.
Yeah.
You know we're on air at 7, right?
It's not Samir Nasri. Can you nick
Okay,
it?
appearances. So we got 3 guesses.
You'll have 2. You can have 2. You can have 2.
1, 2. So we're gonna go James Milner.
It's not James Milner.
You can't put the name out there and just.
Have you said you've got 2 names?
He's only got one guess.
You
No,
got one more guess. You got one more if you want it.
no. Oh.
I love how competitive.
Micah.
Incorrect.
Sergio Aguero. You said Sergio.
No.
34.
You never said it.
How did we not see it?
It's recorded.
I don't even know how you'd
It's
score
recorded.
that.
So now it's us. Now it's our question.
I think we'll call it a draw.
No, whoa. We've done 2 questions. Hold on.
3 more questions.
Yeah, that's just it.
Okay.
Okay, next question.
Can we buzz in? That'll be easy.
No. Oh. Was it after you had 2?
Right, ready?
Yeah, go on.
4 of our team made the PFA Team of the Year in the 11-12 season. Who were they?
Scandalous. I should have been in there. I think
I should have been. Vinny was in there.
Yeah.
Vinny was in there. Joe Hart. Let's put that question, Micah.
That's an easy question, man. It's easy.
I don't think David was in there.
No, David didn't get into later stages.
Sergio was in there.
No.
Oh, he's done it wrong. Can we come in?
Oh wait, you had multiple guesses last time. You throwing names out there.
We got one wrong.
No, you never. You said all sorts. So who have we said so
Joe
far?
Hart and Vincent Kompany so far.
I
You
don't
got
know
2 more.
I don't know if Joe was in there. Yeah, Torre.
Yep.
Yeah.
1 more.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, you got one more guess.
Go on.
This is the last question, actually. Curveball.
Is it? No.
I'm just dropping the mic like Obama.
One more guess. If you guess wrong, it's gone. We can come in.
I feel like you made that rule.
Yeah, they could be. Yeah.
No, they can't come in and steal with 1 guess.
Yeah.
You've done it. You've done
Okay, you only get 1 guess though. You only get 1 guess.
Yeah.
You only get.
This is deal breaker, mate.
Okay, you only get 1.
Everything's on the line. Yeah, you've got 3 out of 4. One more.
What did it say? Vinny, yeah. How it was it? Is it the same as well? Yeah, Vinny.
They've said that. There's one more. I mean,
Don't cheat. I can see you, Glenn.
I can't see anyway.
Go on.
Yeah, so if you want to say that, we'll say that. I haven't said his name yet. But I think it could be him.
Listen.
Right, you gotta go.
David Silva.
866!
Wait, you said that? Did you not say that before?
Well, if I did it before, right? So, pick another one.
They win.
There we go.
Congratulations.
That is honestly, I've done a lot of quizzes on this show. This has been the best one yet. That's it. With Pete. There you go. Boys, thank you. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy the celebration.
Now we're going to get our victory. Go on, get off here.
Go on.
We want that picture. We want that picture. We want that picture. Right. Take a picture, Nigel. Take a picture, Nigel. Please. Nigel. Champione.
Thank you.
Right, thank you so much. Lovely to meet you. Thank you.
I mean, it looked like chaos. It was chaos, but the best possible type of chaos.
I described it. I said this is carnage halfway through, and it was, but in a good way, of course.
And actually getting to see them all together was amazing, wasn't it? Like you saw just a glimpse, I think, into what life was like in the dressing room and outside of it as well. You're with Kel and Els. We are bringing you our very special show from Mayfield Depot in Manchester. But of course, if you go to mancity.com/9320, you can enter exclusive competition to win that limited edition shirt. And they've not been not getting in touch, have they, Els? Wow.
We've got so many. I found a nice one from Matt, who was saying, I was crying my eyes out at 2-1 and I asked to leave, but his dad said he'd seen this before against Gillingham at Wembley, so they stayed, and I'm sure...
You owe your dad forever, basically, at that point. There's a great one here that Matthew sent us on WhatsApp, and remember, we're going to push all of these to our Twitter in a little bit as well. He sent a picture, and he's put, this is 10 years ago today, 7-year-old me, City, the best team in the land, in all the world. And Matthew, I mean, you'll be 17, nearly 18 now, but what a great snap. It perfectly encapsulates, I think, what we all were feeling on that day.
Definitely, and there's another one from Genius, who said, I remember this day, my father gave me an aggressive hug after the Aguero goal. I'm sure that many people were hugging, just strangers around.
Oh, I hugged a few. Yeah. I remember, I actually can't quite remember after the third goal went in, but I went out and onto the concourse and was just running up and down, and anyone I saw, they just jumped and got a bear hug. Do you know what I mean? It was magic. Also, Robbie's put, engraved on my skin forevermore, thank you. And it's the 9320 infamous. It's that right there as a tattoo. That is commitment. That is passion. I love it.
We've got a great one here from Richard that said, other than my son being born, this was the best day of my life. So many emotions, I was crying and gritting my teeth.
Magic. And this one has come in from Steve on WhatsApp. He said, I had to scream all over in my village down here in East Africa. Love the show. Thank you. And we love you. Listen, we've got so many great more things coming your way. Don't go anywhere. Gareth Barry, Yaya Toure, and we're hoping Sergio Aguero. That's what we're hoping for, so stay tuned. But of course, one man who could not be here, sadly, because I would have loved to have met him. But it was his only assist all season, and it was the assist that Flippin made the goal for a very exclusive clip for your eyes and ears only. This is Mario Balotelli.
Rooney goal was enough for the 3 points. Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero!
We spoke to Aguero and he told us that on the pitch he came and said to you, Mario, I'll pass it to you, you pass it to me, and then I will score. Can you remember Sergio telling you that?
Yeah, he said. I remember he said something like this. He said, "Play with me, and I can score," or something like this. I remember something. It's true.
So Aguero's goal. Can you walk us through it? You know, from De Jong to Lescott to you to Aguero to the goal. Can you walk us through that moment?
I remember De Jong take the ball now. Then I see Sergio moving out the area, going towards De Jong, because everybody was waiting in the area. Everybody was waiting for a long shoot. You know, when you have to score, normally everybody go in the area and they put the ball high in the air. You know, and then I see Sergio going out the area. Then I said, in my head, I said maybe he need 1-2 to make 1-2 or something. You know? And then when he gave me the ball, I control. But in my head, I control to shoot. So I control and I want to shoot now. But I don't remember who was with me, defender from QPR. But he like pushing me, and the ball went a little bit too far. And then I see Sergio running, and company running like this way, and Sergio running that way. And then I just I slide and I try to give him in the space, and it was good.
So when you first received that ball from Aguero, were you trying to shoot?
No, I was trying to control and shoot like fast, but then I had no time, and when I controlled the ball and the defender came, I see it was like a full wall of players. I was thinking to be quicker and shoot, but it was impossible.
Great. So can you walk us through the celebration? So the ball hits the back of the net, Aguero runs off. What are you doing in that moment?
We just ran behind him. I think at that moment, it was one of the, probably, I always compare this moment with the Champions League, when we won the Champions League with Inter, but I think this one was, the best moment I have in my career, one of the 3 best moments I have in my career.
So, from being 2-1 down to 3-2 up, as you're celebrating, what's the noise like in the stadium? Is it deafening?
You can't hear nothing. We couldn't speak. Even if we speak, we don't hear each other.
We spoke to Yaya, and Yaya told us that when Aguero scored, he ran to you and not Aguero, because he was always telling you through the season, Mario, you have to assist. You can't only score goals. Can you tell us about that?
To be honest, I had 1 assist that year, I think, but it's not true. I had a lot of assists, but then they missed, so it's not assist. It's not my fault. Assist, to be a good assist man, you have to score after, you know. When you pass the ball, they have to score, and maybe I've been in a bad luck when I create occasion for others, and maybe they missed, you know. So that's why I finished the season with 1 assist. But I'm happy like this. This assist was good.
Balotelli, Aguero!
Now joined by the heartbeat of this Manchester City team, and who between them racked up nearly over 500 appearances. It is a pleasure and a privilege to be stood alongside Yaya Toure and Gareth Barry. Gentlemen, welcome along. What is it like to be back together and in Manchester again, Yaya?
Well, I think it's a huge, it's a pleasure, you know. We're very happy to meet again, you know. And it's been 10 years, more than that, no? I think 10 years here. And well, you know, I see Gareth Barry again. I can see all the lads again, you know. It's, you know, it feels a bit strange, you know, because we always used to see each other on the field, you know, in the training center. Now we don't see him anymore, you know. But I think I'm very happy, very pleased to be there today. And to be part with these lads, you know, part of the story of this club is, you know, how can I ask for more? I think it's a top.
That's it. I think when the message come through, the club are going to do something to celebrate the 10 years. The first thought was, you know what, it's going to be great to see the lads that you've not seen for years. So I know we're going to watch the game and see the great moments for the season. But for me, it was to see the boys celebrate with the fans. You know, you can't turn down moments like this.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah. I mean, the documentary focuses on the last 7 games of the season. Obviously, Newcastle sticks out for Yaya. But what about you? What moments stuck out for you?
Yeah, we've been speaking about the whole season since we've been together for the last 12 hours, and there's so much you forget about because the lads remember certain things. But I think the main game that season, we eventually won it on goal difference. So the 10-goal swing where we've gone to Old Trafford and won 6-1, for me, that game sort of let everyone know that season we were there to mean business. So the 6-1 dropping at Old Trafford.
Unbelievable. Is it true, Yaya, that day though you told the team, you said, I'm going to score some goals today?
He can read the future, this kid.
Yeah, it's true. People don't believe it, but I say that. I think I said that to Julian, but it was not far yet. And I said that in the session, in training session before the games. And I believe in myself because I believe in my team, because I knew if we get goal with those lads behind me, like Gabriel Mahrez, De Jong, Lescott, Compagno, Mika Richard, those lads are tough to move, you know.
Yeah.
And I think people give me credit for that, but I think what those guys are doing behind the scenes is enormous, to be honest.
I mean, we all hear about how good Yaya was in that last stretch of the season. But, Yaya, how good was Gareth?
Well, I think, actually, people don't understand how those people make me feel good. Express myself. Because I remember one game we were playing the games, and as I was like, you know, it was tough, because I have to defend after going forward. And everybody comes and say, yeah, you know, what you do, just stay there, let me do the job. And actually, and it's true, he can confirm to you, because it's always, him and De Jong, they are always behind me, support me, push me, and the right way, because they know, physically, I was not on top of my games. I have to bring something to the team, but what? And after this guy make me work easy, you know, to be honest. And full credit to them, because everything I achieve or everything I've been in these clubs, because of these two lads. And he's one of close to me now.
Yeah. I wondered, you know, because that season had its ups and downs, and as I keep saying, people forget being 8 points behind Manchester United. We know about the goal, but I wondered for you two almost being the brains of the team in a way, can you pinpoint why that season it just all clicked, and at the back end, what for you is the reason that helped us push on and go on to do what you did and make history?
I think the Arsenal game, the defeat, pretty much gave us, it was little hope. We just looked at ourselves and said, boys, the only thing we can do now is win all 6 games, and then we're going to need a bit of luck. You're up against a United team that are used to winning trophies, so you're thinking they're not going to drop that many points. The one thing we had control, we were playing them at home, so there was 3 points we could get back, and then for them to drop another 5 points was, you know, maybe a big ask, but, you know, our job was to win 6 games, and then the rest you rely on the other teams, and thankfully we got a little bit of the help as well.
I mean, fast forward to now then, we've got 2 games left of the season, West Ham and Villa. How do you see it going? How do you see the Premier League ending?
Well, I think it's at the hand of City, to be honest, as you know, because I think they have the tough game is at West Ham, because to be honest, West Ham I don't believe, but if City beat West Ham and West Ham, I think it's done, because Aston Villa, I don't see them stop City. Yeah. But the game, I think the league is on the hand.
Yeah, I think the goal difference, the last few games where they've got the goals, it's just given them that extra little cushion. Yeah. You take nothing for granted in football, as we saw, we've been speaking about the season, we won the first title, take nothing for granted, but the goal difference could be key. You can still lose a game, win the last, and get the title, but mentally you just win both games, put it to them.
Yeah, City have to win both games, 100%, because Liverpool, what a machine.
Do you miss playing together? Do you miss it?
Well, to be honest, I think I give a lot in football. People can imagine. Now I feel like I'm done. You know, I don't want. Maybe we can have a game, charity games. We can have it. There's no problem at all.
One more for luck. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got one more left in us. I think my right knee's got half a game.
That's it. Do you know what I said to the lads? And please, just if you'll indulge me, being a lifelong Blue, you don't really get to meet your heroes, and you know, having supported City all my life.
Thank you.
The best duo I've enjoyed watching at the Etihad, and just thank you.
Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again.
Well, now we are joined by a man who arguably comes to your head pretty quickly when you think about that iconic goal, because he's the man who almost made it as special as what it was. The infamous Martin Tyler, what an absolute pleasure and privilege to have you on.
Infamous, am I?
Infamous, of course. First of all, how is the evening going? Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah, it's lovely to catch up with the guys. They've been very tolerant. They want to talk about all their real memories, but I've had a good chat. Pablo Zabaleta actually contacted me a few months ago via an intermediary, said would I do a Zabaleta like Aguero for his phone, which I've done. So I just checked tonight that he actually got it. So it's been lovely, yeah, and it's a rare opportunity, really. They've all come in from different parts of the country, different parts of the world, and it's great to see them. It was a very, very special day 10 years ago. Have the anniversary actually on the day, especially when it's Friday the 13th as well. It's a pretty good effort from the club.
It is.
Incredible. I mean, just talk us through the last few moments of that game, leading up to the infamous moment. I mean, did you think it was all over? I mean, you can tell the surprise from your voice, but what were you thinking at that moment?
I was thinking Sergio would score. Won the ball, Balotelli diverted the ball and he took that touch. I say this so often, but it's the true memory of actually that day rather than thinking about the things having talked about it for so much.
Yeah.
At that fraction of a second before Sergio knew he'd scored, I knew he was going to score, and maybe I got some air in my lungs, and what followed became what everybody now. I could change my name to Aguro actually, because people stop me in the street and go, "It's Aguero." Of course, it's the man who shouted Aguero. But no, it's lovely to be associated with it. It was a truly special moment. I genuinely do swear we will never see anything like it again.
Yeah. I mean, and off that, Martin, you know, because you've had such a kind of long career and seen so many great moments. Is that, I don't want to say it's the best because I'm sure you have many, but is it up there, you know? Was it one of them after it happened? Did you realise when you go, that's special for yourself as a broadcaster, I mean?
I think I do now, certainly not afterwards. Strangely enough, it was the last game of the season, as you remember, and Sky, we had planned to go for a meal up in the northwest. Graham Souness is very much the man who picks the restaurants and the wines and all that. And we went to a place in Altrincham. And by the time, you know, the dust had settled and done some interviews and been around at the football ground for a while, it was maybe 90 minutes or 2 hours before we got there. I was one of the last to arrive, and they were playing it on their phones. I thought looking at the goals, you know, but they were talking about the commentary. So I'm glad I didn't mess it up, because it would have been tough to live the last 10 years without that. So most broadcasters would say that, you know. You want to get off tonight with having had a splendid evening and not going home, as we often do, thinking, I wish I hadn't said that, or I wish I had said that. It's this live stuff is hard to control, but now I watch it like I'm not me commentating, you know. I watch it as a viewer, as a sort of out-of-body experience now, and I like it, so it must have been okay. So whoever did it 10 years ago didn't do a bad job.
Definitely, and looking forward now, the current team, they've got 2 games left, West Ham and Villa. How do you think it's going to go?
Well, I'm not a pundit. I describe what happens. I react as why we're here, really, either way I react to things. But it's not done yet. I think, obviously, the response from the disappointment in Madrid has been very, very impressive. And Liverpool are finding it hard to quite match that. But West Ham away is a difficult game. I'm commentating for Sky and obviously done my research on both teams, but I do think that West Ham have the tools. They've hurt a lot of good teams this season, so I think that's not a foregone conclusion, especially with trying to get Sam from the fitness department to tell me who's fit and who's not, but he's towing the party line quite properly as well. Don't worry, no secrets have come to me, I promise you. But who's fit and who isn't, we'll find out on the day, and that might determine how it goes. There is a little bit of margin for error, but they won't want that. They want to win the 2 games and get it done. 4 in 5, that would be absolutely amazing achievement.
Yeah, well, listen, Martin, we'll be listening to you come the day, and thank you again for making the moment even better than what it was as well. You added to it, and it's a pleasure to meet you as well. Thank you,
very kind of you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you both.
You too. Thank you, Martin.
Thank
Good luck.
It is Kettle and Els here. We are live from Mayfield Depot, of course, for this iconic celebratory event, because it's 10 years since that Aguero goal when we clinched our first title in 44 years. And you've just seen it there, the Manchester City app. That is your one-stop shop for all things Manchester City. Team news, news about the club, interviews, clips, everything. So go get that download, and while you're there as well, go on mancity.com/9320. You can see our documentary that came out today, and not just that, you can have the chance to win one of those elusive Aguero special Puma shirts that got brought out. I was wearing one on the show the other week, and they're lovely, so check that out.
And we have some messages in response to the competition that we're running. Everyone has been sharing their 9320 messages, their memories of what the day means to them. I've got a great one from Nancy, who said, my uncle had just had a son on that day. They hadn't named him, and as soon as Sergio got that goal in, they knew exactly what to call him. So I guess it's happy 10th birthday.
Yeah, it's happy birthday. I'm sure they named him Joey Barton. Hey, no, see you later, everyone. This just made me laugh. 9320 will remain permanently in my memory even after I'm long gone. It is kind of one of those memories, isn't it? It's kind of going to far exceed any of us, really. I think it will always be around. That came in on WhatsApp. We also had this as well. Best moment was running on the pitch after the amazing Argentine scored, winning us the lead. I want to thank all of City for the amazing memories. Josh, we second that as well, brother.
I love that. And I have another one from Hayley. I just remember crying and screaming at my local pub at the age of 9 with a Coke and a packet of crisps in my hands. I love that. Of course.
Now, this one came from Baz. Let me just get it up here, right? He says, we lost a few minutes when Sergio's goal went in, and as I was about to leave, noticed my wedding ring was missing. Oh, no. Was looking on the floor for ages, found it in the end. Smiles all around. Beautiful.
I've got a great one here from John, who said, I was watching the game in my local pub in Fallowfield. Shout out to Fallowfield, because I was living there at the time as well. I was at uni. And the pub was so busy that when he scored, my big toenail fell off from being stamped on, but it was well worth it.
Of course. We all lose a toenail. When Sergio scores, you always lose a toenail. Has Sergio scored if you've not lost a toenail? We also had this one that came in from SK, who says 9320, one of those days that I can never forget where I was. I remember when the goal went in, my mum fell off her chair. Classic. You lose toenails, your mum falls off the chair, of course.
I mean, I know. And I'm hearing rumours that Aguero is in the building.
Here.
He's in the building.
I can't deal with it. Can't.
We're going to try and grab him next. Should we get one more message before we go?
Yeah, shall we? Let me find one here that I like. Oh, here we go. My memory of the 93-20 goal was when me and my little brother saw Sergio score. We ran outside with our tops off just like Aguero did. Beautiful, beautiful. Right, Aguero could very well be on the way, but before that, of course, we've got our documentary that landed today, mancity.com/9320. And just to whet your appetite, here's the trailer.
Arteta!
It's finished. It's finished.
Manchester City trail Manchester United by 8 points with only 6 games to play.
We were messing something up that we might not get again.
I could see a kid crying, and from that moment you realize, wow, we probably blew it.
We knew we had to win every game.
It's Carlos Tevez! Hooray! What a goal! Potentially a title winner!
Captain fantastic. He did it again.
Of all the players on the park to get the goal, it's Pablo Zabaleta.
In the blink of an eye, you're on that pitch thinking, what the hell's just happened?
Unbelievable! The world is on its head! They are dumbfounded!
Maybe we have another chance, you know?
I think that one of the best moments in my life.
Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again!
Well, we could not be having the celebration we're having today. We could not have enjoyed the last decade of football we've seen at Manchester City without this man stood next to me. It is an honour and a privilege to say hello to Sergio Aguero. Hello, sir. How's the day been for you today?
Hi, everyone. So, Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm very happy to be here after 10 years. So I can say again to the fans, my teammates. So I'm happy because I'm enjoying this moment. No?
We started the day with unveiling your new statue outside of the Etihad. What does that mean to you to see that?
Yeah, for me, it's so. I'm very proud, you know, because the status to be outside the stadium is amazing. It's amazing for me, for my family, friends, but also for the Manchester City fans, because now the people, and then the kids also. Maybe the kids, they don't know who I am, but when see the status, say, he's Sergio Aguero. So for me, it's a great honor, no?
I always wondered, in the QPR game, did you always know you were going to score, or did you think we've lost this?
Yeah, that moment was fantastic. So always I thought what's happening if don't win the league, you know. So, but for me it was the best moment in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a big moment, and some people have said it's the greatest moment in Premier League history. I mean, do you agree? Did you know it at the time when it was happening? How big it was?
Yeah, I think so, because I don't know if it happened again, you know. So that is for the club, for me, for my teammates also. Will be in the story. So that is so good. I think it's the best moment in the Premier League. Sure.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I guess, you know, for the fans, I mean, we're broadcasting to our fans around the world, and I know you speak a lot about your love for City, but what has City meant to you over the 10 years you were here?
No, for me, play here 10 years, so it's very happy, because it's not easy to play many years. And just say thanks to the fans, because always support to me all games. Just I want to say thank you so much, and I'm sure it's my heart is to be here in Manchester.
I've been a lifelong fan, and I think I speak for all fans when I have to say to you, thank you, Sergio. You changed the club's history. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we'll be watching you on stage very soon. We're seeing your Aguero moment on the big stage with 1,500 fans watching.
Well, now? Yeah, I know. Okay, we see what's happening.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again.
I'm speechless, Els.
You've had a great day.
You know, I mean, I've just lived out a dream, and it's not something I take for granted at all. It's been amazing today, hasn't it?
It's been incredible. Just meeting all the players and getting to see that genuine bond that you can tell that they have. And I think we only just got a glimpse.
We did.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what some of the stories were that they couldn't tell us on camera. But either way, we got some belters, didn't we? And it's been an absolute pleasure to share it with you all today. Your messages coming in have been... They've almost been as good as reliving the day again, because I think it's nice for us all to reflect on where were you when it happened, Alex?
I was living in Withington, South Manchester, second year of uni, revising for my exams. We didn't have the football on, but as soon as it started heating up, we just
You had to.
ditched the revision and started watching football.
Hopefully, imagine you'd missed it.
Yeah.
Imagine
Where
any
were
of us-
you?
I was there. I don't remember much apart from running across a concourse. But it has been an absolute joy reading them, so thank you. Now, if you're thinking, do you know what? I'd love to sit back now on a Friday evening and to celebrate, watch the whole game again, get a little bit annoyed at Joey Barton, think it's not going to happen, and then Jacko pops up with that header. you can do that. City Plus is the place to do it. It's where we, of course, bring you all our exclusive documentaries, whole host of brilliant content, and also, don't forget, we've got that 93-20 very special documentary that's come out, hearing from players, from coaches, in the build-up to those final few games. So if you go on there, you can find it. And not just that, you can also enter that competition to win that very exclusive Aguero shirt that Puma brought out to celebrate. 10 years since a game that really did change the club's history, and we'll be ever grateful for it.
I mean, I've just had the best time. I can't wait to go and watch the documentary.
Yeah, I mean, we could go. Well, should we finish watching the event and then we'll go and watch the documentary?
Yes.
That sounds like a plan. That sounds like a plan for you. So, listen, there they are now. They're enjoying the game. Everyone who's joined us on the show are all on stage watching that. It's currently 2-1. They're talking us through. You can see Pablo chatting. And we're going to leave you there. We're going to maybe go and watch that. And Aminel's off to watch the documentary. Remember, you should do the same. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
And we went to extra time just losing the game, so sorry about that moment.
It's okay. We forgive you all.
We thought those frustrating days were a thing of the past, but the typical City now would be City with silverware. We won the FA Cup last season. Brian Kidd down there, who was in the Manchester United side in 1968 when they came second to Manchester City 44 years ago, a loser on the last day.
Gareth, as at this stage, obviously you were on the bench, so you were quite close to the fans, and you could probably absorb a little bit about what was going on. How difficult was that, you know, to kind of sense maybe that, 8 minutes to go and we need 2 goals? It looked unlikely at the time.
Yeah, I felt it. I felt the same as the fans. I'm looking around because obviously I'm sat on the bench and I could feel it. I could see the tears, feel the emotions, but you know, they kept watching, they stayed with us, and they know the team needed them. That's what's so good about the fans. They stayed with us right to the end. There was very, very little that left, so that tells a big story.
Some did try and make their way out at the stadium at this point, by the way. You know, you've probably seen the footage afterwards of people climbing up stairwells to get back in, but it must have been, like, as on the bench then, there's not much more you can do from that point in time. You're just kind of hoping that we're going to get them 2 goals.
Yeah, that's it. The fans played a huge part. And look, they're all still here. You can see the stadium's full. They stayed right to the end. And that's what the players needed. They needed backing all the way through. So anyone that did leave, they're regretting it now.
What are you two saying? You're like naughty kids on the end there, you and Micah.
Do you know one thing I always wanted to know, Natalie? Who actually would win in an arm wrestle between Julian Lescott and Micah Richards? You know, it kind of got played with quite a bit on City TV, but oh hello! It's going to be like over the top.
We're going for an arm wrestle!
You know what? I've been waiting for this day.
Oh no. Right, hold on. Right, we've got to place our bets.
I was trying to referee these two.
Right, Nigel, you're the ref.
These 2 clowns here to do an arm wrestle. Let's go.
Who are we going for, Yaya? Micah or Jolien?
Odds.
In an arm wrestle. In an arm wrestle, Micah or Jolien?
Who's going to win? Come on, quick as you can.
These 2.
I don't know. That's what happened. No, we'll let you off. We won't embarrass one of you. We won't embarrass one of you, don't worry about it. Let's watch the game.
Did I just hear in Micah Rich's corner? Hey, Joey, let me win. Really? Really?
Come on, guys, let's go.
Do it. Yaya wants it. Yaya wants it. Come on.
Yaya says it happens.
Come on, Mike. Before we go in crunch time, I want to see this arm wrestle before we go in crunch time.
Massive disappointment, unless.
Who wants to see
arm wrestle?
An arm wrestle between Micah Richards and Julian Lescott? Who wants to see this arm wrestle right here now?
One last lift, you can hear the crowd.
I don't hear you guys loud enough. Who wants to see this arm wrestle between Micah Richards and Julian Lescott? Let's go. Let's go. I'll take any bets.
I shouldn't have said anything.
I'm a bookie. I'm a bookie.
Mark Hughes, you know,
After the game.
Micah says no.
It's not going to happen.
Take Manchester City to the next level. Yeah, he's had a
amazing day so far.
Here we go, he's on!
Let's go.
He's on!
Right, we're in. We've got 2 minutes.
Gentlemen.
Let's go before we go in crunch time. Before we go in crunch time, I want to see those hands. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Referee De Jong.
Come on, come on. We're gonna settle this once and for all. It's been 10 plus years. It's been 10 plus years. Yeah, we're gonna a little bit of excitement before we go to crunch time. Come on, come on. I'm the referee here. You guys ready? Yeah.
Balotelli to Zabaleta.
We're taking it serious.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Are you? Come on.
Come on, gents.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Hurry up, man.
You've got 2 minutes before we go live.
We'll call it a draw. Come on, we'll call it a draw.
After.
Pablo's filming.
Comes charging out. Doesn't look any better from the crouching position.
Right, we are 86 minutes. We are coming up to crunch time.
De Jong.
Right,
Lescott was waiting by the far
everybody, we need to say hello now to everybody that is joining us from around the world live on City TV. Welcome to the 93-20 celebration event. You join us in the 87th minute, right at the perfect time.
Head of Balotelli. Manchester United.
So we're just going to sit back now and we are going to watch the last 5 minutes.
Winning their 20th overall league championship in England. And 13th in the era of the Premier League.
Yeah, incredible. You know, I think this is probably one of Alex Ferguson's, if not his best achievement. Assuming this stays the way it is.
Good chase here by Bothroyd, making up the ground on Lescott. His mistake. Of the catastrophic nature, because that's what the game turned on. And the Cisse goal, and the misplaced header. Derry, here's Taiwo. And depleted they may be, Queen's Park Rangers, but they're so full of spirit here. Derry must have forgotten what it like to be in this half of the pitch. He may not have been in the half of the pitch the whole of the second half.
Now City get going again. The urgency to again snatchy ball out of defence.
It's a mistake though by Hill. Right Phillips, who's covered every blade of grass on a ground he knows so well. Cleared by Ferdinand. What a day for the Ferdinand family it seems it's going to be.
He's been superb today, Anton.
De Jong. And the width has come. It's really only come on the right from Zabaleta. Could have just kept it a little bit longer, but it's got to be retrieved. Joe Hart's going to have to take a throw and going to find someone to throw it to. That person is Company, and he headed the goal that was decisive here on that Monday night to beat Manchester United. It seems set for Manchester City to finish the cream of the crop. Tyler wanting to see this out. Might have been a push by Silva, not given. Not too much weight to throw around. That's a better ball towards Dzeko. Balotelli. Remember how they scored 2 late goals here to get a point against Sunderland. Clichy. Nasri. Another corner.
Great defending again from QPR. Prayer's been said. The nail's been bitten.
He's behind again. I'm on Traore. They need somebody to go across and take it, and David Silva was a bit slow off the blocks. So he heads for added time. his iffy moment on the goal. But he got in the way of that Balotelli header.
Yeah,
and the follow-up.
And they call 5 minutes. Well done, Paddy Kenny. It's been a tough day for him. Well, that's a great save. Got lucky with the rebound.
And Kenny, this time, asserts himself. We're into 5 minutes.
Just might have been the moment for the grandstand finish. Balotelli very nearly proved the hero. Kenny stood firm in the pain, in the agony.
So vivid. It comes with supporting Manchester City.
It sure does. It sure does, man.
Here's David Silva. And if they win the title from here, I don't think it'll ever be topped. Talked about 1989 and the way Arsenal needed to win by 2, did win by 2, and took it away from Liverpool's grasp. Another corner. Joe Hart has got as far as the centre circle this time. In goes Jacko! Oh, hope rekindled here. Could it happen? They're racing back to the restart.
What a great finish. The first time he got on the move. Look, his feet were moving, got himself a big spring. Fantastic goal. Great delivery. Goalkeeper chooses to stay at home. There he goes, loses his man, and now it's game on. What a great header. City still alive.
Mike Dean telling Great Park Rangers they have to restart the game. Understandable reluctance to hurry to do that. I think the time added on to the 5 minutes that we heard mention the source signals, but 1 point is not enough. Here comes Clichy. 1 goal to win the title. It's as simple as that. Nasri. Clichy. It might just happen. In towards Silva, headed out by Clint Hill. Wright Phillips takes it away and tries to run down the clock. Actually, Nasri could have kept that in.
Misjudged that, Nasri. Wright Phillips did ever so well. Valuable seconds being wasted. Just look at the frustration here. QPR fans are jumping up and down. Maybe there's more news, more favourable news for them.
It's finished at Sunderland. Manchester United have done all they can. That Rooney goal was enough for the 3 points. Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero! Watch it, drink it in. They've just heard the news at the Stadium of Light. 2 goals in added time for Manchester City to snatch the title away from Manchester United. Stupendous!
The greatest moment I've seen in Premier League football. Unbelievable. For words, it's absolutely incredible. They believe, they stayed out of Balotelli, did his bit, managed to get the ball, lovely tricky play from Aguero, and then the strike. Oh, absolutely fantastic. This is history being written. Amazing.
It might just be the start of a dynasty. Old Manchester City, typical City, we've been saying. The team that builds you up to let you down. This is the team that comes back and finds a way to win in the most improbable circumstances.
Look at them, they'll never see anything like it for generations.
Well, I said it was A to Z, it's been Z to A. Zabaleta to Aguero with a touch of Dzeko thrown in the middle.
Just incredible.
midst of all this, I have to report that Queen's Park Rangers, who may well have lost the game as Manchester City clinched the title, are safe. Bolton have failed to win at Stoke. So everyone's a winner.
Unbelievable. You have to feel for Bolton. You have to feel for Manchester United right now. Nobody could have written this script.
It rests with Mike Dean. Manchester City champions. Premier League dreams have come true in blue. The Bearbacks will never tell you the whole story. They were down. They were second, but they refused to accept the scenario. After all the worrying, the fretting, the genuine fear that a very good side would still finish second in its own city because they were losing a match they seemed certain to win when the teams came out. They have overcome their old nemesis from Old Trafford and all those neuroses about Manchester United. Niall Quinn.
Well, it's been 44 years. Some still can't believe it. The United fans thought they had it. But Manchester City as a football club has entered a new era. They've done it the most difficult way. I've never seen anything like that in all my time in football. An amazing couple of minutes at a time when Man City were at their lowest. Dzeko, perhaps maligned at times this season, will score one of the most important goals. It will go down as one of the most important goals he'll ever score. And then Aguero pops up to set this stadium wild.
Well, let's hear from Roberto Mancini with Jeff Reeves.
Roberto, you've done it. Can you believe it?
Oh, in the last 2-3 minutes, but they did only one shooting goal. They scored 2 goals. The football is incredible.